Good evening, jammers, and welcome to Jams and Cocktails Live. I am your host, Brad Brock, and tonight we're diving into the ever-evolving and increasingly frequent use of AI, especially in music, but also in other creative fields, where it's quickly becoming a part of our everyday lives. I am joined here by tonight's discussion panelists who have their thoughts on AI, singer-songwriter Kevin McLoughlin.
What's up, everybody?
And Paul Robertson. Ooh, I don't want to know where those glasses have been. From the Riffs N Rhythms podcast, you guys. Welcome, gentlemen.
Thank you so much for having us here.
Yeah. And Sweet Tracy, of course, who doesn't like to be on the camera, and I understand. It's fine. It's fine.
It's weird. We exactly sit how we normally sit on the show.
Yeah.
He's the left Twix, and I'm the right Twix.
You have your spots.
Is that how you guys sleep in the king-size bed when you go on trips together?
I would not know. We have not attempted that yet.
Okay, so those...
Missed opportunity.
Yes, so Ellie, let's drop in the comment there. Who do you think's the big spoon and who's the little spoon here?
Who's left side of the bed? Who's right?
Let's start a...
I'm a
you guys
fork.
You guys gave the same answer.
Wait a minute. I'm not a spoon. I'm a fork.
Oh, wow.
Well, fork you.
Yes.
Also say hi to the JNC Destruction Crew, of course, the amazing Ms. Jordan Taylor. And the bad bitch, Ellie. Ray of fucking sunshine.
Yeah.
And
Sunshine.
Sunshine.
That's the sound it makes when she shuns people.
Yes.
Shun the non-believer.
And of course, the master of disaster, Mr. Derek Zugel.
Hello, jammers. I am AI Derek. Since the real Derek is in Michigan this week, I'll be sitting in for him to give all of Brad's shameless plugs before he gets a chance. I can't wait to hear all of your thoughts on AI during the show tonight. Back to you guys.
You jab turkeys.
Wow, this is getting hot.
Did you infuse a little Barry White into Derek there?
He's in Bargatory.
Oh my.
That's what happens to Derek in Bargatory.
Oh, he gets all like that.
Yeah.
All right.
Gets all in his feels.
Well, I think Derek's probably got a lot to say tonight. Hey, hi, Derek.
Ultra creepy.
Oh, man. All right. Thanks so much for tuning in, everybody out there, live tonight on Facebook, YouTube, and Shore Life Radio. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and like, share, and follow us on social media. And make Jams and Cocktails your number one preset on the iHeartRadio app. That'll be fun, too. Big shout out to our friend and July Keg sponsor, Jen Spearman.
Woo woo.
Yes. Yes. If you're in the market for commercial real estate, she's the one to call. Thanks, Jen, for keeping the beer flowing all month long. We appreciate you, Jen. This is Jen's last day of July, our last show of the month. So thank you so much, Jen. We love you. Also, what were you going to say?
That means it's almost August.
Girl.
Does someone have a birthday?
I don't know.
It's possible. It's possible.
I thought you were looking a little old there.
Yes.
Wow.
I'm glad you noticed.
I feel like you just had a birthday.
Right?
363 days ago.
That's correct.
To be precise.
Speaking of birthdays, Kevin also brought to my attention that it's serendipitous, really, that we're doing this show on Arnold Schwarzenegger's birthday. That's
Yes.
right. The Terminator himself out here celebrating a birthday.
Yes. The prophet of dystopian AI control.
It's serendipitous. That's the only word I could think of. Also want to give a shout out to my dude, Jason Van Wee, celebrating his birthday today. Same day as Arnold. How about that?
Jason.
Yeah.
Jason.
All right. Well, I guess, you guys, without further ado, I guess we'll kick off tonight's deep dive with our shot of the week. Let's do it. This week's Shot of the Week is a toast to the rising tide of tech and the strange new symphony of synthetic sounds. We call it artificial intelligence. This futuristic concoction combines vodka, blue curacao, and black raspberry liqueur, shaken up with a splash of lemon juice to keep the circuits buzzing. It's sleek, mysterious, and a little unpredictable, just like the algorithms trying to write the next big hit. The flavor? Bright, bold, and smooth, with a juicy berry punch and a citrusy zap to remind you it's not all zeros and ones. Let's take a look at how to build this delicious digital cocktail over at the JNC bar.
All right, jammers, I told you I'd be back. Happy birthday, Arnold Schwarzenegger, the Terminator. It's very fitting for our shot of the week, which is called artificial intelligence. And here's how we're gonna make it. Half ounce of vodka, half ounce of blue curacao, half ounce of raspberry liqueur, and just a splash of lemon juice. We'll shake it up, and we'll strain into a shot glass. And there you have it, the artificial intelligence shot. Let's head to the lounge, see how it is.
Hello, jammers.
Smell.
I am AI Derek.
Oh my God,
That's
he's
about-
in there.
That's about enough of that, Derek.
He's possessed. Taken
little
over.
bit. A little bit.
Kind of smells like a
The color
Blue Jolly
is
Rancher.
alarming.
It is hard to smell.
Yeah.
Maybe we all have COVID,
Yeah,
but I find that hard to believe.
No. We do not.
Yeah, that's interesting.
It smells like blue.
It's because it's artificial.
Oh, there is a lot of artificial flavoring in this for sure. All right. Well, cheers to you. Cheers to AI Derek. Cheers to real Derek. And thanks for being here and being part of this discussion. Salute. Yeah, for a shot that doesn't have a lot of smell, it has a lot of flavor.
Tastes like cough medicine. Like straight up. That's Dimetap.
Yeah, I think that's the razzmatazz that's in there. Oh, that raspberry liquor. Liqueur.
For some reason, NyQuil can do me in more than drink alcohol. For some reason, there's something in NyQuil.
The codeine.
Yeah, it's probably the codeine.
Could be
Let's
that.
be honest.
you'll feel good soon.
Oh, man. Well, join us each week for our shot or cocktail of the week. Visit jncpodcast.com to see what we're mixing up. And then tune in on Wednesday nights and raise a glass with us. We'd appreciate that. All right, you guys. Everybody have a cocktail. Everybody settled in, ready to rock and roll.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do a quick introduction about what we're talking about tonight. I have a few things that a few stories that I want to share about what we're talking about. Some really relevant and kind of inspiring stories. So take notes because when we get towards the panel discussion where we're going to talk about it, maybe it'll sway you one way or another. I don't know. So let me get right into it. It's kind of wild to think how fast AI has kind of woven itself into our daily lives, because honestly, just a couple of years ago, it felt like science fiction, right? And now it's everywhere, in everything, from how we write, plan, communicate, to how we solve problems we used to bang our heads against the floor for. And for me personally, AI has become a game changer. It's doubled my productivity prepping for this show. It's helped troubleshoot some of the more annoying technical difficulties that I have and continue to have. And it's just made daily life for me easier. And up until recently, I saw it mostly as a tool, a really smart assistant that helps move things along, But it wasn't until I started prepping for this particular episode, doing deep dives, that I really understood the power and potential, and yes, the implications for AI in music. And tonight, I kind of want to walk you through a couple stories that stood out to me, moments where AI intersected with music in surprising, inspiring, and controversial ways. I'll also share some of the tools and the software I explored to get a better understanding of how all of it works. Then we're going to open the floor to the panel and to all of you out there, which I'm sure will be a great discussion because there is a lot to unpack. And finally, in the second half of the show, this is where you guys come in. We're going to invite all of you out there and all of you in here, our live viewers and our panelists, to help create something special. Our very own JNC AI-generated song from scratch, whatever that means. We're putting the tech to the test and seeing if a machine can jam with the JNC Destruction Crew.
Oh.
So let's get into it. First off, before we get into the heavier debates tonight, I want to take a moment to spotlight one of the most moving stories, I think, to come out of this new era of AI. And I first heard this story from Mike Farrow on the show. He was mentioning it. And this, of course, is the story of Randy Travis. Let's just say Randy's voice was a cornerstone of country music. I'll go through this again. Rich, soulful, unmistakable, songs like Forever and Ever, Amen, I Told You So. It didn't just top the charts. It defined a generation of country music sound. In 2013, everything changed. A viral heart condition followed by a devastating stroke left Randy Travis with a condition called aphasia, which severely limits his ability to speak. He had to relearn how to walk, how to read, and it seemed like we might never hear that legendary voice again. Until now. With the help of artificial intelligence and a whole lot of heart, Randy's voice has returned in a brand new tune called Where That Came From. Using a proprietary model trained on recordings from across his legendary career, engineers and producers were able to recreate Randy's vocal tone with astonishing accuracy. And it wasn't just data, it was human effort, passion, and deep respect for his style and soul. Producer Kyle Lenning described hearing the AI-generated voice for the first time as stunning. But it didn't stop there. They carefully refined every phrase, adjusting vibrato, relaxing the pace, because Randy's delivery always had that warm, laid-back, and timeless feel, and had to feel right. Right? It wasn't just the team that felt the emotion. According to his wife, Mary, when Randy first heard the final song, he smiled, listened closely, and quietly teared up. Imagine hearing your own voice again after a decade of silence.
Wow.
So that's not a stunt. It's not a gimmick. It's a gift. And Mary said something that kind of stuck with me. She said the human element in this project is what sets it apart from the kind of shady, exploitive use of AI that we're seeing pop up all over the music industry. And I agree. That was done with Randy, not in spite of him. So before we talk about the risks of AI in music tonight, let's talk about this. The technology brought back a voice that meant something to millions and gave one man a piece of himself again.
That's a good thing.
Right? It's definitely a plus if we're giving plus and minuses to this. Which I'm not even sure it's possible yet because it's so much gray area. But yeah, it's great. Have you heard the story before now, Kevin? Sorry.
No, yeah, from you.
All right. What about you, Paul?
No, just from this show.
Yeah.
I get all my AI vocal news from Jams and Cocktails.
That's good. It means I'm doing anything. Well, yeah. So that heartwarming story leads me to this maybe more controversial story. Have you guys heard of the band Velvet Sundown?
Yes.
Only because of this show.
No,
We don't get out much.
It is the subject of multitude of YouTube videos.
It made national news.
Yeah.
I saw it for the first time on on NBC or whatever, eating my lunch.
So at first, it's a band that is everything about it is completely AI generated.
Yes.
But posing as a real band.
So that's where it gets a little fuzzy. I'll tell you the story. We'll go through the story and we'll have a chat about it before we move on. So you might have stumbled. If you didn't know about the band, you might have stumbled across them because they made it into playlists. They were everywhere. And on Spotify, particularly.
1.2 million listeners.
1.2 million listeners, right? Let's see if it shuts the mics off again when I move over.
Are we still on?
Man, it sure does. As long as I know that, it's fine. But yeah, so Velvet Sundown. You probably heard them on playlists like Vietnam War music or Good Mornings, happily positive tunes to start the day. And if you gave them a listen, you probably thought, hey, this sounds like something straight out of Laurel Canyon, Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young vibes, maybe a little mellow Wilco thrown in there. We were just listening to it before you guys got here. Smooth harmonies, rustic guitars, heartfelt lyrics. What's not to like, right? Well, the twist, of course, as you may know, is that none of it's real in the sense that it was created, that they're real people, not the band members, not the vocals, not the instruments. Velvet Sundown, entirely AI generated. And the project seemingly came out of nowhere. It just dropped in June of 2025, last month, dropping 2 albums just weeks apart and racking up over 1 million monthly Spotify listeners, as Kevin mentioned. According to their Spotify bio, the band consists of members like Gabe Farrow, a Mellotron sorcerer, and Ryan Rio Del Mar, a free-spirited percussionist. But when their Instagram account popped up shortly thereafter, fans started noticing something was a little off. The photos of these bearded, guitar-toting dudes didn't look quite right. Clearly AI-generated avatars, right? So people still listened. Some genuinely liked the music, but soon the speculation began swirling. Were they human? Was this an experiment? Was it a prank? And it got weird. Weirder than that. On July 2nd of this month, we're in July right now, right?
Yes.
If you're listening live, you understand that. If you're listening
Barely.
10 years from now in the time capsule.
The last few moments of July, actually.
The robots will be listening in 10 years.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So a man named Andrew Freelon started speaking to media outlets like Rolling Stone, claiming to be an adjunct member of the band. And he said the whole thing was an art hoax powered by Suno AI, which we're going to talk a little bit about tonight, and called the project marketing, trolling, and attention experiment, quote. Suddenly the story exploded. Was this all a stunt? The Velvet Sundown pushed back real hard about it. They issued a statement saying they had no connection to Freelon and even questioned if he was a real person at all. Spoiler alert, he wasn't.
They had an AI person,
An AI for the AI.
like out the AI band.
Freelon?
They're automating
Where
their
is
own
it?
hecklers. Is that the deal?
well, were they setting it up?
Well, if it's an experiment, chances are,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it got them coverage. It got them noticed.
Right? So it turns out he was a fake persona. Freelon means hornet in French, in case you didn't know. Freelon. Which he said was fitting because he wanted to stir things up. He later admitted in a Medium post that he faked the interviews, tricked major publications, and used his background in AI and cybersecurity to expose how fragile verification processes really are. So what's the actual truth about the Velvet Sundown? Well, just a couple days later, on July 5th, the band finally came clean. They said, yes, their music is entirely generated by AI. They described themselves as a synthetic music project, human-guided but composed, voiced, and visualized using AI. They doubled down on their branding, not quite human, not quite machine, somewhere in between. So whether you see it as a performance art or a genuine musical experiment or a cautionary tale, the Velvet Sundown might be one of the most fascinating AI music stories yet. It's a mix of good music, digital deception, and one big philosophical question. Does it matter if the band doesn't exist, if the song still moves you? More on that to come. And in the words of actual human singer-songwriter Father John Misty, who chimed in on the madness, he said, "What a time to be almost alive."
Well,
All right. So we talked a little bit about Velvet Sundown. Have you listened to any of the music, Kevin? I don't know if I asked you that yet.
I have purposely not searched them, not listened
Right.
to
You
them.
don't want to give them a listen. I understand.
No, I just don't want to give that any power at all.
So
Although, I mean, they've got a million listeners, but
using
not me.
the software that this was contracted or contrived from, having like listened for using the software for several days now, at length, insanely. There was something very common with what it produces, and we'll get into that. But I could probably hear any song generated from it now and go, I hear something. There's artifacts and things that if you're just listening as a casual listener, you never pick it up. But if you're really listening, there's specific things, specific artifacts in the audio to listen for, and it'll give it away instantly. Speaking of the software that they use to do this and that I have been working with to prep for the show is called Suno AI. And it's I'm not gonna lie, I was blown away when I dived in. You guys on Sunday when you came by, I was like a child on Christmas to show you my shiny new toy.
Yes, you were.
So
you were moved.
I'm still moved, but the sparkle is kind of, I let the sparkle kind of fall off a little bit so that I could really dig in and get a grip on what the software is, what the tool is. And so that has happened. The original sparkle has kind of faded a little bit, not a lot, but a little bit, so that I can really have an open mind about it. So it is truly one of the most exciting and controversial tools in the AI music space currently. It's a text-to-music platform, meaning you just type in a prompt like a gritty blues song about a jukebox rebellion. And within seconds, it gives you a fully produced track complete with vocals, instruments, lyrics, structure, and it's basically having an AI band on standby, ready to rock and roll. Or hip-hop, whatever you want to do. So what makes Suno so impressive and a little eerie is how real it all sounds. The vocals have emotion. The instrumentation is dynamic. The songs follow actual song forms like intro, verse, chorus, bridge, blah, blah, blah. And now with recent updates, Suno can also remix and reinterpret existing songs, which is what I kind of hyper-focused on the first couple of days that I was using it, putting my songs in, which we'll get to that later on too, and having it reimagine my songs. Unbelievable. So, that means you can type in something like do a reggae version of Bohemian Rhapsody and see what it gives you. It's not perfect, but it's eerily creative. I'll give that quotes. The company behind Suno was founded in 2022 in Cambridge, Massachusetts by a team of AI researchers and musicians.
MIT grads.
Yeah. Including a former Meta AI engineer.
Oh, wow.
Who helped develop audio-based AI systems.
Wait. Go back to the group that started it. Did you say musicians?
Yes. AI researchers and musicians. Right? So they saw an opportunity to bring cutting-edge machine learning into music. And not just to assist musicians, but to empower anyone to create a song from scratch. Right? So no instruments or studio required. Under the hood, Suno uses a blend of natural language processing, deep learning, and neural audio synthesis. It analyzes your prompt, predicts the musical and lyrical structure, and then generates a full, cohesive song based on the tone and style that you ask for. It's like ChatGPT if it fronted a band with a decent sound engineer. So the company says their mission is to democratize music creation. But who owns an AI-made song? Is it copyrightable? And what does this mean for working musicians when someone with no experience can create a pop banger in 30 seconds? So we're going to play with Suno live on the show tonight in the second half of the show. We're going to see what we can make together, all of us in here and you out there. And we're going to talk about what all this means for the future of music. But first, and I know you guys have been chomping at the bit. At least I hope you have. We're going to open up the panel and discuss some things. So we've heard some of the stories and explored what's possible with AI in music. So we're going to open the floor here. Now, this is obviously a topic that can spark some strong opinions, and rightfully so. But for the sake of time, I'd like to get each of you to kind of pick up 3 to 5 points that really stick for you, and let me know how AI's role in music particularly affects you. So these can be for, against, or a mix of both, of course. Maybe it's about creativity, ethics, access, originality, the potential impact on working musicians, whatever speaks to you. After we go around the table, we'll dive into a brief discussion on some of the most compelling points that you guys bring up. So keep it punchy, keep it thoughtful, and let's see where this conversation takes us. What do you say? Who wants to go first? Who's got their notes ready? Kevin? How could I have guessed? No, Kevin, I honestly have to say I really look forward to this, to your take on this, because on Sunday when I showed you guys the songs, you were very emotional. I don't know if you realized it, but I could see it on your face. And so I'm very excited to hear what you had to say about it.
You were cutting up onions, remember?
Yeah, I was cutting up onions.
Well, I mean, I like to be optimistic, so I've got 3 points I can do. The first thing is I do see it as a tool, like an arrangement tool, a sounding like a brainstorming tool. But like I'm actually feeling like emotion about this. And the main thing is I'm seeing people type in a few sentences and make a song, for all intents and purposes, is a really good song. Okay? And that, like, I work really hard for what I do.
Sure.
And, I'm not one to be a whiner, but this is making me want to whine. Like, this isn't fair. Because someone who puts in less effort than I put in to just write an email, right, can create a song which up until Suno was the way to do it. Now apparently it's the old-fashioned way, where you actually had to learn how to play a song. You had to learn how to be a wordsmith. You had to learn how to be an arranger. You had to buy tons of expensive gear, and you had to learn how to work all of that. And it takes years to get to that point in every category. And now some kid who has no idea what he's doing can just type in a description of a song and poof, it's real. And then make money off of that.
It's like a musical genie, like I feel like it's maybe like a hybrid of a Pandora's box and a genie.
The thing that I really wonder is this going to de-incentivize musical art? Because if you're a new fledgling instrumentalist or learning how to sing or just trying to acquire the skill to create musical art, and at first it's going to sound horrible, but then you can just put your instrument down and type in 3 sentences or 5 sentences or a string of words and come up with something that's worthy of the top 40. Like, that's not okay.
Yeah.
And so that's a rabbit hole we could go forever on. The other thing that I'm upset about is these AI programs were trained on produced creative art, and it was used without permission. So like you made Derek's voice, and whoever's voice.
Well, that wasn't necessarily Derek's voice.
No,
let's be honest.
That wasn't Derek's voice at all. It was a cross between, I don't know who. There's definitely some Barry White in there.
Chef from South Park.
Yeah, Chef from South Park, which is the
Isaac Hayes.
Isaac Hayes, yeah.
Isaac Hayes. So Barry or Isaac, they're not getting any royalties on that. So now it's okay to steal someone's art and recycle it at somewhere. Like, and I kind of feel a little bit better because we're the last ones to have it done. I mean, like graphic artists were drummers actually were the first with drum machines.
Right.
And then, orchestras went out the window. with sequencing and synthesizers, and then down the line, and now finally the creation of art itself. Like I see a scenario where, and I've mentioned this to a few people, where it used to be when you had need some furniture, you'd go to a carpenter and they would expertly carve you an awesome piece of art, and now you just press buy at the IKEA website, and they send you a piece of crap that functions with equal functionality.
Functionality, exactly the word. It's functional.
And so now, are we as musical creators going to go the way of artists and craftsmen who are just like their only gig is at a nostalgia fair? Like, what the hell?
Yeah, it's far. So Jaybird, our friend Jaybird, he uses Suno, and he's like he says here he's got a whole library of songs. It's insane how they do it. He made metal versions of old sitcom themes. So there is an entertainment value to this as well, but there is I totally get the implications of using it professionally in a way that is going to generate revenue at some point. All right, I will put your mind at ease since I've been working with the program, is that when you look into the about section or whatever, and you look into copyrights and things like that. So I didn't get into the legality of like what you own. All it says is that when you sign up for the pro version or whatever, anything you create while you are subscribed, you have commercial rights to. So does that mean I don't think you own it, but you have a license
while you're subscribed?
If you create it while it's subscribed. So if you unsubscribe, you still have the license to that, right?
But the way that the way that the copyright law states, and it's been recently reinterpreted to include this, is no AI work of music can be copyrighted.
Right, but it can be licensed. And that's how they're getting around it. And they also said that their models were not trained. They were trained legally. They were not trained off of whatever that means, but they were trained by their own employees and whatnot. So by their own knowledge base. And so I don't know. I'll have to dive deeper into the legality of that. It's an interesting point. I think that is, if you create an album on Suno and you put it on a CD or whatever, and you put it at the music store and sell it, who gets the royalties to that?
Yeah.
If it plays on the radio, who gets the royalties? So
you could conceivably put out an album of music every day.
Every hour, probably.
So like the scenario that I'm afraid of is like the entire body of music. Like, think of it as the inventory in a grocery store. Like, the organic section is really small in a grocery store. Like, is that the way like real music is going to go?
I feel like that's the way it's moving right now. It kind of happened in the 80s. You went from having the 70s bands that played instruments to going and having synth, and they took over. Motley Crue survived it, but then the 90s killed them when all the instruments came back magically. So I feel like everything comes in waves. It is an interesting perspective. Anybody have anything to add to that?
I would argue that, like, AI is in using it in this way could be a different form of art. It's still art itself, because I feel like not anyone can go on and make a hit song. Yeah, it might be okay, but to like put it to the level of like the Velvet Sundown, to get it to that level and that much work and effort, that in itself, you have to be a master of that craft. And, as far as like royalties and stuff like that, maybe with that now being included, that's something that's going to have to grow and change with technology and what's going on.
God, and the poor songwriters just had their day in Congress to fight for their rights on the songs that they write, and then this comes along,
right?
But it might just change how payment and royalties work for musicians, because something like that in AI, like, it's going to be difficult to put that to touring. And to do it and to perform it live.
So far, it does not affect live music quite as intensely at the moment.
So I feel like live music is still going to be protected as far as like being able to perform as an artist. But, yeah, I mean, people have been doing this forever, making synthesized music and putting it out. Dubstep and all that other bullshit, like.
Oh, yeah, dude, I've been recording records with MIDI files and,
Yeah.
and sequencing for years, and not quite to this degree, but man. What about you, Paul? Any points there?
So, I think we're honing specifically about AI, right? AI,
AI in music,
okay.
yeah.
AI in music, okay. AI in music is, I think, a microcosm of technology as a whole.
Sure, of course.
You've already talked about drum machines were back in the day. We've recently talked about it, even to make a point. Tell me somebody doesn't use Pro Tools to make them sound better. So it's one of those things. This is here. I sent you in a text. I don't know if you can pull it up maybe later, Brad. I also went to ChatGPT, did exactly what Kevin's hating. Went and asked ChatGPT to write a song. It wrote a song, a 12-bar blues and E, song, lyrics, everything with the chord structure. So I'd love if we have time, to stick it into Suno and see what it sounds like.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
But again, I think for you guys, it hits a little harder, and again, because you are full-time musician, touring musician, gig, have material, you've recorded, and I hate to say it, I'm being really honest about it, is that, and I don't want this to happen, but I don't think people give a shit anymore about certain things. The majority, okay? Performance is different. We had a pretty conversation recently about performance versus making music. Two different things. Because if you do all AI, are we still going out to be...
All right, that's what it was to Ellie's point.
Two separate things. So two separate things, right? So it's interesting that a year or two ago, where Hollywood was boycotting and on strike about likeliness.
Right, sure.
Nobody gave a shit in the other art industries to support Hollywood. And now look what happened.
Yeah, and now it's coming for them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, the thing that's always scared me about, all the AI usage is outside of music is exactly this, Gen AI. More so because of stealing somebody's likeliness. If I was able to go ahead and take Kevin's voice, go ahead and open up a bank account or whatever, that's actually happening today.
Oh, sure, yeah.
People are at businesses and companies and CEOs that have that voice. Oh, yeah. And, so there's a lot of that. It gets kind of a little scary, is it's easy to get fooled. You think
I feel like it's always been easy to get fooled. Like we're
Yeah,
all
P.T.
just,
Barnum was right.
Yeah, we're all just waiting for the magic trick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so it's just how that evolves. It's ripe for scam artists. They've been at it for hundreds of years.
Everything that say in the rest of the AI space is, if you are not using it today, you are going to be left behind. And that's why I said again, this has got to be, think about this in the concept of technology as a whole. We used to have ice, and then they had refrigeration. I don't need ice guys that make ice, carry ice up the stairs and whatnot. That went away, So it's an evolution that, as much as we may hate it,
Yeah,
you're gonna die in the hit.
It's the day that they stopped. The day I went into this house, and saw that there was no telephone outlets anywhere. It's so wild. In the old houses, the houses from the 90s and earlier, every room had an outlet, a little outlet for telephones. You don't see it. Payphones gone. These are, so to your point, AI is not letting up. It's not going away. So you're absolutely right. If you're not getting on board or learning, at least learning what it's capable of, you will be left behind. I agree with that.
So if nobody knew, this song that I'd sent you, right? if nobody knew I made this in my house and I never told anybody, of course, we know ChatGPT can get a little squirrely. You got to kind of read through things. But
Right.
a lot of this stuff now has gotten really good, right? How does somebody know that I didn't write that song that we just talked about? And I maybe I use GarageBand, and I use those things. So I still put a drum track down,
Yeah.
So again, this is where I think musicians are kind of struggling with seeing the benefits, but also hating the fact that it's like Jeff Goldblum said in Jurassic Park.
I know. I've been waiting for you to cue that quote.
Thank you. You're getting too quick to what's the quote?
Your scientists were so excited about making something, they didn't stop to think if they should.
Yes.
Right, and they didn't go through the pain. They didn't go through the pain of all of that, right? They just went straight to it, right?
Right.
So it's exactly the same thing here.
Yeah. I feel like this has been a long time coming. And obviously, like I talked about in the beginning of the show, AI has only been public to us, available for a couple of years. That's it. And just see where it came from, first generation ChatGPT to where it is now, and all the apps that have come because of it.
Yeah,
it's far out.
I think you guys are really what you're mostly upset about is people today don't know how to play the guitar, but are making music, and are not suffering from blisters on their fingers.
Oh my God, I wish you guys could see this.
Yeah. Oh, you can see them. Yeah.
Dude, my calluses are so bad that you could see light through the tips of
I'm
them.
more concerned about those
I'm not
fingernails, man.
Yeah,
You need to get
what-
those painted.
What's
Jeez.
up with that?
Yeah, that's
a story for another day. I'll
Okay,
tell you
all right,
about.
Okay.
And that's your left hand. How long are the ones on the right hand?
Yeah. I
Real long.
got to scratch. My back needs scratching.
Yeah. Nosferatu. That's what I am.
So the other thing that is on my mind is we're talking about AI and its abilities as of today.
Right. And
According-
Jay Bird even mentioned that in here. He said, what's scarier 4 to 5 years from now? We're going to have people out there, in other fields, with degrees and all this knowledge that'll be obsolete. Yeah.
According to the AI experts, Silicon Valley bigwigs, in 5 years from now, AI will be smarter than the sum of all humanity. Okay? So already the programmers of AI are not worried about what's in the program. They're only worried about the results. Okay?
Right.
They're not monitoring what's the code that's actually being generated in there. Okay, so now we got programs that nobody knows what's in there, that soon are going to be smarter than we are, that soon are going to be writing their own programs that are unfathomable by the human brain, right?
Right.
And we have no idea what's in those because we don't have any idea what's in the ones that made them.
Well, it's not. So we do have some common ground here with our viewers. Steve is tuning in, Steve the Bruce. And he mentioned the same thing. He calls it general intelligence, where the AI thinks like a human being and has its own thoughts.
That's months away from
and
that.
then he said super intelligent. It could replace songwriters, screenwriters, and other professions because it thinks, and not only does it think like a human, but it thinks like a superior one. So it's interesting, and that's a whole other trail we could go down.
Yeah, one
in
stray
general.
electron in that code, and we got the Terminator. you
Yeah,
know?
exactly.
Hal.
Hal, yeah.
Yeah, Hal.
Every dystopian nightmare. So, yeah.
But I think
It makes me think of the one Terminator when it's the young John Connor, and he looks over at Arnold, and he's like, we're not going to make it, are we?
no,
Right.
Exactly.
So, Jordan, do you have any thoughts on this as I think you are actually the youngest one in the room. So as the youngest member
Feels
of
good.
the crew, what are your thoughts on this whole thing? Because you're not like really in the field of where it is, it could potentially be
No.
at least in music.
I use it, occasionally, but not really. But my question, I just have like a question about it, and maybe it's been answered. But what's the point? Like, why? Why do we need AI? Like, what is the goal, the end goal of having it?
We
Like,
don't.
why?
Specifically
Convenience.
for this?
No, just like in general.
So-
yeah, like what? I don't.
Well, this is a great question. We can't get too much into Paul's affiliation with AI, but
Oh.
he probably is more knowledgeable about it than any of us sitting in the room.
So it's a matter of using these things to allow you to do higher value tasks. Okay, so think about it, what they're really lately has been concerned about entry level jobs. So Gen Zs specifically in the future is the entry level jobs. Remember, they used to be just simple, the menial stuff or the entry level stuff.
Digging holes with shovels.
Exactly.
Asking if you want fries with that.
Chat GPT can dig me a hole for me. Right. That's the stuff that's really going to be. Now, to like Brad's point about a lot of the stuff he uses for the show content or ideas and so forth, that's all I do. I hate writing, and to me now that's been very helpful, right? Especially some of the stuff we've been working for the festival. Right? Hey, write me a marketing plan, right? Or hey, read this document. I got one for you. Somebody told me this the other day. Google's Gemini.
Yes.
Somebody said they had like this long industry wordy document, multiple pages, very dry. Somebody fed it into the Google Gemini and said, serve this to me as a podcast. And it came back and read it as if it's like a 2-person podcast conversation.
Interesting.
So you're going to get AI'd out in this show as well.
See, I mean, it's already happening. It's far out. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. But I think though the segment you showed there about the Terminator, that's something I've been trying to explain to some folks, and things as you mentioned involved with is there's the scene where he comes into the bar, he's walking up to the bar in the parking lot, and he's motorcycle car, and this is when he's the nude scene, right?
All right.
And I showed this clip. Of course, I didn't show the nude scene right in this presentation I did, but I showed the scene where he's scanning and everything is getting object detected. And I said, here's the problem we had. This movie was done in the 80s.
Right.
People think this exists today. We're getting there.
We're getting there.
So
with the glasses, you could walk into
So-
and it tells you where you are,
Right.
what's on the menu,
I want
all
some
this
Google
stuff.
glasses to feed me my lyrics. That's what I want.
They
Who's
have
got
it.
that?
Yeah.
They have it.
Where? I want one.
Not only do
I
they
want
have
some
it,
spares
but
too.
it feeds you the lyrics as you're performing, so it
Yeah.
scrolls down in like a karaoke track.
That's what I
It's
want.
crazy.
So everybody wants the Jetsons, but it almost sounds like nobody really wants it.
Right.
You know?
And another point to Jordan's question is a very general why, in kind of build on what Paul said, is exactly that. It frees you up to do the less menial tasks. So not only that, but it does it more accurately and to somewhat in terms of, crunching numbers and things like that, things that we have to think a little bit harder about. But it also never gets tired, right? So all it takes is a few more years of honing the accuracy. AI can do I saw in a whoops, and to get back on track right after this point, I saw they're having problems with air traffic controllers because it's a grueling job. It's incredibly intensive for people to sit and watch, and it's 10 hours a day of the most stressful thing you've ever done in your life. And these people get up every single day and do it. So, think about that when your flight gets canceled. But here nor there, how many years is it going to take for AI to make that job, maybe not obsolete, but give these people a break, because it can constantly monitor 24 hours a day, everything that's happening, sending real-time verbal human sounding commands to pilots, so that's not so jarring, and telling them to, go this, do that, land here.
Wait, when are you going to start autopilots in the plane?
Well, I mean, they already kind of have that, but
No, like in the movie Airplane.
Oh yeah,
the inflatable.
the inflatable one.
Oh, you've been looking forward to that, have you?
But
but
then
really,
my other question would be, through doing this, do you think that it will make our brains kind of go extinct, or do you
Yes.
think it will make
Yes.
us smarter
Yes.
because
No.
we have
Yeah.
access to information and we can retain that in a
Yes.
quick,
I have
efficient
an answer for that.
matter? It's like, I just don't understand why.
Well, if you look at what's already happened,
Yeah, we already have it easy.
right?
Like, do we need it
right
easier?
now? Right
Like,
now, information about how to be healthy is more readily available than ever in human history.
Yeah.
People are less healthy than ever in human history.
Right.
Right now,
And
I hold
lazier.
the sum total of knowledge in my hand, but yet dumbassery is the rule nowadays.
Yeah.
Like, it is counterproductive.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm scared, because
Brain rot.
the ability to just make a song just you don't even have to. Probably can just, hey Suno, make me a song that sounds just like Kevin McLoughlin Band, except blah 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 blah, and poof.
But also, what's scary
there.
is, especially like when you set a business plan or something, or it comes up with whatever. That's all well and good, but are people actually reading that, or is it just complete hogwash in the middle? And you just sent like a business plan that said in the middle, like, "I'm going to kill your grandma," or I don't know,
No.
like something crazy in the middle of it. That's like that made no sense with what I was trying to do.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I want to argue because I feel like this has happened before in history where we have new technology and we have to adapt for it. And people are going to get left behind. The people that cannot learn how to use this new technology and adjust to it. So I think that it's... What's that? No, but I can hear you.
Well, give her a microphone. She got a lot to say.
Yeah.
What I was saying is we were looking up jobs, not jobs, but freelance work on Upworks that have to do with music.
Mm-hmm.
Suno was in there. So they were looking for people who could program in Suno for it. So it's going to create that type of jobs, which will challenge your mind on a much bigger level.
Absolutely.
My grandson is just starting high school, and he's working with scientists already. He's been writing code since he was 4 years old. His school has. So it's creating a different level of what our brains can tap into, even far beyond what we can do. So as our generation, we're looking at it as, oh my gosh, they're taking over. It like, to Ellie's point, is we will be left behind. Just like my mom, right?
Mm-hmm.
Going to the doctors, and I had to log her in to it via the phone. There's no way my 85-year-old mother would be able to do that.
Yeah.
But technology has got where that's the only way you could do it, or you ain't going to get seen.
Right.
And I think it's really cool that we are now in this age because everyone in this room, remembers life before you had instant access to the internet, right?
Yeah.
Even Jordan, as young as she is,
In my baby state.
you remember dial-up and all that other shit.
Oh,
we
yeah.
are in such a cool spot to be able to see what life was like before when you played outside and you came home when the lights turned on, and to now be in this world where you can type in a couple sentences and create art in a different form. It's a different form. Not everyone's going to be good at it. There's going to be a lot of people that are not proficient at it. And then there's going to be people that are the top people that know what they're doing.
Right. So, and that's the thing is, Kevin and I were having this conversation earlier, and I said that is a form of art because, as you were saying before, with the production that you have, to get it where you want it to be, you still have to tweak it. You
Sure.
still have to know what you're doing in the program to get it done. So there's still a creative vibe to it when you're like, okay, I've thought of the idea, but I just can't make it happen unless I have, this code or whatever, and learning that code and being able to put it on. I do feel like if you were to take something you wrote and put it in and it spit out something, those are your lyrics, those are your copyrights, those are your rights to get those royalties. So you wouldn't be necessarily missing out. It could be an enhancement, and looking at it that way, because you're going to be able to perform it live, whereas those other people are not going to. And it's going to be like art itself, right? You've got Monet and Lebo and all of these people that their art is worth a lot of money. Why? Because you have millions of people who can type something in a computer and print out a print, no problem. That is $20. But you want the real thing, you're going to pay $2,000, $3,000 for it. So we have to look at it from a point of view as we are as a people moving to a different level. And the vibrations of what we're doing is creating higher intelligence as opposed to getting dumber.
I agree with that, and I'm going to that was a perfect segue because what I'm going to share with you guys on the break here is a song that I wrote 20 plus years ago and recorded that long ago. Very rudimentary MIDI drums, angsty teenage heart. And I took that recording and plugged it into Suno, and it produced this when you write something that means so much to you or you have an emotional connection to it, but you've never realized what it could be, what it could sound like, and then you put it through this software and it brings out something that it could be top 40 today. For me, it was very, very moving. And that was my first, when I was just digging into Suno just to get a grip for this episode. And it spit out this incredible track. And I shared it with you guys, but I'll share it with you all as well. I took it a step further. And I'm not going to get into too much of that because that could be a whole other show. But I was like, how can I? Because Suno, you don't get to choose voices. You can influence what the voice would sound like through prompting, which we'll do in just in the second half of the show when we create our song. So to have your own voice, you have to take it a step further without going to a studio and recording it. If you wanted to just sit at your desk and create demos of songs you write with your voice and your influence. So there is another company called Kits AI, and they specialize in voice cloning, modeling. And so I modeled my voice. I wanted to do it in the most natural, organic way. So I set up my whole one-man band show, the shows I do every single day, and I put my headphones in and played my show, but I sent a second signal from my microphone, just clean, into the machine, into the computer here, and I just recorded 25 minutes of me howling into a microphone a cappella, and I fed it into the machine. I fed it into the AI, and it produced a model that is very, very, very close to my sound, to the point where I put in one of my recordings, songs that I recorded with my voice, and had it model my voice over my voice, and it's indistinguishable. You cannot tell that it is a AI model over my actual voice. And then you get the wonderful world of doing stuff with that. So anyway, harmonies, things like that the AI, so without getting into all of that, what I did was I took an AI rendition of this song that I'm going to share with you guys on the break, and then I took it back into Kits and had it put my voice on the lead vocal. So now I have a song that I wrote 20 plus years ago and recorded, very rudimentary, this wonderful production. Is it perfect? Absolutely not. Is it crazy? I could never perform this song live with my voice, but it is my style, it is my timbre, and it is insane. I can't wait for you guys to hear it. And I spent just to put a footnote, or go ahead, Kevin, what were you going to say?
Well, I'm hoping that we'll be able to hear the original version first, so then we can hear the difference when this other one comes in.
All right. So I'll do that for you. I could do that for you. I could pull that up somehow. So what's crazy is I forgot. I lost my train of thought here. Oh, yes. So it's a music video. I scoured the internet trying to find some sort of generative AI that I could plug a song into and it would create a music video. Thankfully, that doesn't exist yet.
Not till tomorrow.
That it is such an incredible amount of energy. So the video that you guys are going to see was me putting like 2.5 hours of effort into creating a music video. Last night I stayed up till like 3 a.m. because I thought it was going to be a quick, I'll find a program and I could do this video. And that wasn't the case. So I was like, well, I'm too deep now.
Mm-hmm. We'll talk offline is after the break is, as CapCut has some similar abilities. but your music video would probably end up looking like a bunch of Asian people in your videos.
Right.
Yeah,
You know,
it gets weird real quick.
Some of the stuff that I looked into, it got weird real quick. And so this video is...
How many fingers does he have?
yeah.
So there is still safety in that kind of editing. And I hope you guys enjoy it. It was good. Before I go to the break, do we have any closing points before we take the break and then get into song creation?
I think it's. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead, Ellie. Yeah.
I think it's cool as like a musician like me, because I'm not very talented playing guitar. I can play rhythm and that's about it. And like as far as like doing a full, like recording a full song, that's not something I'm capable of. So I can sing and I can make somewhat of a melody on guitar or piano. So to have a program like that where then all of a sudden now you have a full composition of a song is really neat to hear as a musician that is not fully versed in a bunch of instruments or able to like get musicians together to play all this stuff for you. So I think that's really cool as an artist to take advantage of that kind of program and be able to, you know, create a full demo ready kind of song and then be able to take it to real musicians and be like, this is what I'm looking for. And then it's just a nice baseline of what you can do. And then you get real musicians in that can perform it live and take it to a next level where it's, you know, organically produced and real sound. So I think it's neat to also use it as just, you know, a tool, which I think was the inspiration for it. I don't think it was created to replace music, but to enhance the creative ability.
Right. And that's what that's what they said, you know, in at least in the beginning monologue that I said, you know, the guys, it's a collection of musicians and AI engineers that wanted to give the ability that basically the word they used, the quote was democratize music and let everybody have a set, you know.
Yeah, democratize. That means everyone who doesn't know what they're doing can do just as good a job as the people who spent their entire life honing a craft.
Sure. I totally get that.
I do understand that I'm coming across as like an alarmist whiner.
But you need people that are like that will challenge it. You need people with your viewpoint.
This is the first time that I've been replaced by a machine, and I got emotions here.
Yeah, no,
and I got to work through them.
Kevin, when I saw your face sitting on the couch on Sunday, I knew that we had to do this because it was astonishment and defeat. I feel like is what I saw, and we all have been drinking, so that might have contributed. But it was crazy.
Yeah. Well, here's the reason why I haven't totally lost hope in drawing oxygen.
Oh God.
Is because with every invention, I always compare it to the invention of the phonograph, and you've probably heard me do this rant before, where when the record player was invented, the musicians union violently opposed it because it was the worst thing that could ever happen to live music. Who would ever go and see a live band when you can just have a concert in your own living room? Right. And so it turned out that record players and records were the absolutely best thing for the music industry ever. Mm-hmm. Right. So I understand that in this, and I know that somehow, some way, this is going to apply to AI generated music, but I apparently have some things to work out before I can see that clearly.
I totally get it. And so at your request, Kevin, I'm going to pop over. I'm going to play just a snippet because we don't need to suffer through this whole Teenage Brad song. I'm going to give you a snippet of the original recording of this. Please don't judge me too hard. I
can't wait.
I was very country back then. I was very country.
Is it the riff or the rhythm?
Oh, God. We're not doing that. Wrong show.
Do you have the outfit on, Brad?
Hang on. No, I don't have the outfit on, Jordan. So we're going to pull this up, and I'm going to play the snippet here. And this is the original, and then we're going to take a break, and you'll hear the updated version with my voice layered on top of it. How fun. Here we go. This song is called Paris on Her Mind.
When she looks at me, I wish I could see forever in her eyes.
Yeah, it used to be beautiful.
I think this is AI, actually.
But when she looks at me,
All right, I'm going to fast forward it to
all
the
that
chorus.
I can see songs on the New Jersey shoreline. She's got Paris on her mind. She talks about it all the time. She says,
All right, so you get the gist there.
Well, your voice sounded completely different back then.
It's crazy, right?
He didn't hit
wouldn't have-
puberty yet, I think.
I wouldn't, right? No, but I'm imagining young Brad's face singing that song, and I can see it.
So, okay. So here we go. We're going to take a break. When we I had a whole thing to say. So we'll we need to refill our drinks. I know I'm going to need another drink after that. Man, it's weird to listen to those old songs. Anyway, when
You
we come
blew
back,
Kevin's mind again.
listen, you guys, it's time for you to chime in, and you guys have been chiming in great. We appreciate you. It's time for you to chime in and help us write the first JNC AI mega hit. So go ahead and start dropping your ideas in the chats and comments. I'm going to have a questionnaire to get out there too, and we're going to put the song together. So don't touch that dial. This is Jams and Cocktails.
Jams and Cocktails will return in a moment. But first, a shout out to our July keg sponsor, commercial realtor Jen Spearman. Thanks for keeping the beer flowing. Would you like to become a JNC keg sponsor? Reach out and ask how. And now, back to the jams and the cocktails.
All right, everybody. Welcome to Bargatory. I'm Captain Cocktail, and tonight we're making a super easy, manly drink. First, you put a large ice cube in a glass. Then, you pour a nice bourbon over it, and that's it. Bourbon on the rocks. Now, feast your eyes and ears on this brand new music video, and I'll see you on the other side. Cheers.
When she looks at me, I wish I could see forever in her eyes. But when she looks at me, all that I can see are questions in her eyes. She tells me that she loves me, but it's always in that silly kind of way. She never tells me when we're making love on our walks on the New Jersey shoreline. She's got Paris on her mind. She talks about it all the time. She says she'd love to see the world, the sea of light.
All right, wackos. There you have it there. Hope you all enjoyed Derek's Captain Cocktail episode.
That's super creepy, man.
He's been hitting the
That
gym
is
hard.
super creepy.
Dude, it got so creepy when he cheers the camera. It's AI's out of control.
But that was a thing that we talked about yesterday. Is like when you've got artists who are going to regenerate themselves as the ideal human, right? And make videos that would they even go out live and let everyone know that they're really just a fat pig?
Would they need to? Would they need to? It
Well,
depends on
there
where you
you
get
go.
your
Like-
money from. You know, we go out and we play live music because we love it. You know, and
Come on, that's not nice. Adele lost all that weight now.
I wasn't talking about anybody in
and
particular.
you know, when we go out, we like the connection with our audience, and we like to perform our songs. And you know, for me, I don't know what this tool means for me yet, but there's definitely some potential somewhere. I find it fascinating, and really, when I'm sitting here writing, and I don't feel like, you know, like I play guitar every day for a job. If I could write songs, and I don't and I could just doodle into this program, because you have the ability to just, you know, sing a song and a melody with your voice and your guitar, and it will produce a track out of that. You know, and you get inspired to be like, oh man, I need this is a good song. I need to work on this. I think it's a good tool for that. And arrangement, like Kevin said.
Did Velvet Sundown, did they make any money off of this? Does anybody ask that question?
No, I don't know. And I'm sure they have. If they have 500,000 listens on Spotify.
That gets you monetized.
So
on
they got
Spotify.
1.2 million listeners per month.
Okay,
so
so,
what
all
is that? 0.0000039 cents times
Yeah.
At least 20 bucks.
1.2 million.
Right,
20
it's more
bucks
than
is
you
20
guys are
bucks.
making, right? But
For sure.
I think to go back to emphasize, you know, before the break, you know, what Tracy said, you know, again, that is key, is these jobs that we think we're going to lose to AI should be moving the bar that we're going to take on new jobs and roles, right?
Right.
So like I told my kids a long time ago, and said, make sure you are working in jobs that are either building robots or program or whatever, because that's what it is, because they will replace certain things.
Yeah.
Right, you know.
Agreed. Oh, look. AI Derek is still there with us.
That's
It's a
quite the cool
Fonz.
jacket he's got
Yeah, I
there.
know.
Always talking there. Yeah, he looks cooler than the rest of us. I don't know about all that. Okay.
Ozempic and steroids.
All right, you guys. It's time for the part of the show where we let AI join the band. That's right. We talked about it. We've debated it. But now we're going to create an original JNC song using AI live and in real time. So here's how it's going to work. We're going to, I have a short questionnaire that we're going to go through, and it's just basically going to ask, you know, what's the vibe? What's the genre? Blah, 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 right? So I'm going to run through it right now with you guys, and I want all of you in the live chat to help me fill it out, and you guys here as well. So this is your chance to influence the song before the robots take over completely. Once we've collected your input, I'm going to plug it into Suno AI and see what kind of magic or madness it gives back to us. So here are the questions. Drop it in the chats and the comments, and you guys, you let me know as well. I'm going to write it down on my notepad here on the computer.
It's like Mad Libs.
It's kind of
That's
like,
what I said earlier.
it's kind of like Mad Libs.
Mad Libs music.
Right. Okay. So here we go. What genre or vibe should this song have? Folk, rock, synth pop, country ballad? What are we feeling here?
Blues.
Blues. Yeah, I was going to say.
All right. Blues.
Two for
or-
blues.
Yeah, what do you?
Oh.
Oh, if it
Oh,
should,
wow.
it should be up-tempo blues if it's going to be blues.
Okay.
All right. So let's
You okay with that, Paul?
Up tempo. Up.
Uptown funk you up.
up tempo blues.
Tracy, you okay with that? Okay.
Do we want it to be rock and blues or traditional blues?
Lord.
Maybe rock
Modern,
blues?
modern
Rock
rock
and
and blues. Yeah.
Yeah.
Up to let's
I want
see.
AI Derek
Up
to
to-
sing it.
modern
Very white
modern
version.
rock and blues. Rock blues. Okay.
Jaybird says metal, but he's outvoted.
All right.
like,
Outvoted.
I was kind of thinking something like really weird, like
Screamo?
death metal, but with all harps.
Like polka.
What did we say about your
So-
song? Remember?
So we'll go and we'll do that later. But let's get a banger right now. We need a number one hit. All right.
What if it is? This would be awesome.
So Let's,
shameful.
you know what, Jaybird, I'm not going to leave you out. Let's do with some metal
Licks.
music influence.
Oh.
Metal solos.
All right? Okay,
Ooh.
let's do that. All right.
Blues metal.
Yeah, some sort of fusion.
Sure.
Do we have a key that we want to do this in, or should we just let AI decide? You know, E and A. Those are
I
good
was about to
blues
say
keys.
E.
Yeah, E or A, yeah.
E.
Make
Right.
it E.
Do we do E minor or E major?
Minor.
Ooh, yeah, E minor.
Minor. I don't know what any of that
Nice.
In
means.
the, in the key of E minor.
E-
How about in the key of rock?
Oh, goodness.
Okay.
You're gonna get sued by Drake now.
Yeah. And Lindsay Lohan.
All right, you guys. We said upbeat. What kind of energy do we want it to be? Moody? Do we want it to be reflective? Driving?
Driving and optimistic.
Oh, I was going to say angry and angsty.
Yeah,
Driving and optimistic.
Can you have happy blues? Okay.
All right.
Well, we could.
We're
Angsty
gonna
is
find
cool.
out. We're gonna find
I'm
out.
good with
Is it?
angsty.
Oh, it's almost beer 30. You mean?
Oh, it is almost beer 30.
Oh.
Oh dear. We're quick.
Already?
Brad. We're quick.
Man.
So let's pick a few instruments. Obviously, we want some. Maybe.
Guitar.
So what kind of drums do we want? Some shuffle drums or some driving?
Shuffle.
Bongos.
Well, what kind of
drums?
shuffle? What kind of
Driving
shuffle?
and
What kind of shuffle though? We want to go Texas, Chicago.
Texas style shuffle.
All right, Texas style shuffle drums
The banjo, obviously.
and bongos
Yeah.
And bongos.
Ooh,
And a banjo.
and a banjo.
on my knee.
Maybe the spoons.
Oh, yeah.
good spoon play.
The acrylic
yes.
Definitely
nails.
spoons.
Yes. throw a washboard.
Bass, guitar, and B3 organ.
Is this the Country Bear Jamboree?
The triangle.
And a horn section.
Oh, maybe we could get the harp in there.
Oh, and you got to have more
Oh,
cowbell.
sweet God.
Okay,
gonna
so
be an
let's slow down.
abomination.
Let's slow down.
The
We're going
AD.
to break the AI.
Yeah. It's just going to come back and be like, I do not compute. I will not do
404
this. Yeah.
404 error.
I am not programmed to
Abort.
I'm not programmed to respond in that area.
Yeah.
All right,
This is not a
and I'm
song.
gonna add.
What are you doing, Brad?
I'm gonna add. Oh, geez, you broke me. I'm gonna add a walking bass line.
Just ask AI what you wanted to say.
Yeah.
and ripping guitar.
Should there be a lead bass and a
Solos.
rhythm bass?
Okay,
That's too weird.
so what kind of vocal style do we want? Do we want a dude or a chick? Do we want it to be smooth, raspy?
Oh,
Baritone.
a chick raspy.
I'm for chick raspy.
Yeah, chick raspy.
Raspy female vocals.
Tell them large Marge sent you.
Yeah.
So we want to do verse, chorus, bridge.
Yeah,
of,
standard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
verse, chorus, bridge, style or format. That's good. What kind of production style do we want? Do we want it to be like clean and crisp, warm and vintage, lo-fi and raw, dreamy and reverberated?
Yeah, lo-fi rock.
Warm and vintage.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, vintage.
Warm and
All right.
vintage.
Warm and vintage
Record it in a bathroom.
Yes.
production style. Okay. And let's see. And finally, what kind of emotional tone? You said you wanted it to be hopeful or optimistic, right? I think we already added that. Okay. So there's
Ray said, can we add a harmonica? Maybe we could take out the spoons.
Oh, harmonica.
Harmonica,
You know what
yeah,
the
we
best
need a
sound a harmonica
harmonica.
makes is?
You should just add in a
What?
harmonica solo.
The sound when you throw it in
Harmonica
the splash
solo?
it makes in the ocean.
You hate the harmonica?
Best sound a harmonica makes.
It's true. All right. I put harmonica instead of spoons.
It's
No,
probably
just-
a little more
Last
successful.
Blues Jam, we had two harmonica players at the same time.
A harmonica solo.
That's
would
true.
be
I
good.
saw that.
Yeah.
Harmonica, actually, that's harsh. A harmonica is okay with me.
Okay. So that's in there. No spoons.
Yeah, that
All
would be
right.
a hard one.
So
No Jew heart.
we've got that. That's basically our style and production. So what do we want the song?
Hurry up, Brad.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, we're going to.
Uh-oh.
It's beer 30, suck up.
Hold on. Nope.
And
Come on, you got to get cut off.
Cue the music.
I don't even have a beer.
Oh, gee.
cheers, you guys.
Wake up, it's beer 30.
That was good.
Beautiful.
Beer 30, my favorite time of day. I've been watching the
You notice Kevin and I showed up to where there's not hot dogs swinging from our pants, right?
You're lost.
Speak for yourself.
That episode had memes written all over it.
It was not great. That was definitely one to be absent or sick for sure.
I rewatched that, and me and Brad have the same, like, we swung our wieners the exact same way.
You have the same technique.
Wow, they
We have
look,
the same technique.
wow, it looks like they were related.
That's possible.
We made the same sounds. It was terrible.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Oh, God.
Genetics are powerful.
Wow.
guess.
That's awesome.
Oh, I'm glad our dad's dead.
Oh, my.
Wow.
Good.
Put that on a t-shirt.
Isolate that.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so back to business here.
Okay,
Jordan,
sorry.
if you ever wondered what it'd be like to be a lesbian, then this
This is where I was afraid it was going.
We need a
seems familiar.
we need an AI generated hot dog swinging Ellie.
Well,
no, let's
Can you
not.
work on that next, Brad?
I'll work on that next.
Okay.
All right, let's get through this song, guys.
Okay.
Focus only.
Eye on the prize.
All right. What do we want this song to be about? Like, let's
About
give
the
me-
JNC podcast Destruction Crew.
All right, so we're the Destruction Crew. All right, the song is about
It's the name of our band, Destruction Crew.
the J. Let's just say the Jams and Cocktails. No, I guess it has to be the JNC.
Can you just be jams about jams and cocktails?
Yeah, let's just do that. Song is about jams and cocktails. All right. And any other input on that? Any other ideas aside from that? Anything specific?
How the jams and cocktails make people feel.
Educate and inebriate. Can you put in actual like keywords?
Yeah, educate and inebriate. There we go. What else? How
Being drunk on Wednesday nights.
how jams, cocktails
Once again, it's hump day.
make you feel.
Ready to get my jams on.
I think this will be interesting because you think it'll think it's jams, like
Drinking on
jellies, or
I was thinking
music.
that too. I was like,
drinking
ooh.
on a Wednesday.
You can insert the musical jams,
Yeah.
so it doesn't sting about bread spread.
Well,
Strawberry jam.
bread spread.
Come on.
we're gonna find out.
Come here. Let me see that
God.
bread spread.
My favorite's grape.
Bread spread. That's like what they do downtown on Friday night.
Let's see. Jaybird said Hump Day Entertainment.
Midweek motivation.
Oh yeah, Geordie Files.
Midweek
Butchering words.
motivation.
Beer 30.
The Geordie
Is
Files.
that the same corner where Inky Stinky Man is?
Beer 30. All right.
It's gonna be horrible.
Are you putting this into Chat GPT to get lyrics?
I will put it in there. I will put it in there to kind of consolidate all of these
Yeah.
mental case ideas.
Oh my god.
This is gonna be interesting.
So okay. Any other things for the lyrics
I think
lyrics
that's
composition?
that's a lot
enough.
already.
Yeah. I think we covered
That's
it.
enough to chew on.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's
Does ChatGPT have solid electricity for this, Paul?
Probably not.
Probably not.
all right. Let's get into ChatGPT here.
As it thinks on that, the lights dim slightly.
That's why there was an earthquake in Russia last night.
it was me. All right. So what am I going to ask ChatGPT? Consolidate these
Random word.
varying ideas about this song we want to make in Suno so we can create it.
So as you're doing that, Brad, I think this is a kind of I'd like to kind of add in there is what you're doing there is so important. And there's actually back to Tracy, right? We're talking about new jobs, and some of them are called prompt engineers. Right?
Yeah.
Is it's all about, it's how specifically and explicitly and that you're using Chat GPT is to tell it exactly what you want to get better about your
and your
response.
Chat GPT.
You know what?
The more you use it, the more it like learns how you ask for things.
That sounds like George Jetson going to school to press a button.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
That is exactly it.
Yeah.
But see, I still got these emotions in here. And
Ooh, that's a great. That'd be a great one. Is the human conflict with AI? That's your blues song right there.
no.
Yeah, it is.
No, don't give the machines any ideas.
Sorry, you gonna take that
We're
one
about
and go
to
home?
give them a bunch of ideas.
We just spoke. Yeah, we
We don't want to use the word human in
We're
context
about to give them all
in
of
the same
ideas.
prompt ever.
It's all right. YouTube's already absorbing all this information
Yeah,
anyway.
it's
Right?
listening to us anyway, so whatever.
All right. So what it gave me for the style prompt that we're going to put into Suno, the song blends up-tempo modern rock blues with a gritty edge of metal influence, delivering a high-energy sound that's equal parts barroom brawl and backwoods jam. Rooted in a classic Texas shuffle drum groove, the rhythm section drives the track forward with swagger, while bongos add a surprising percussive flair. A warm vintage production style wraps everything in analog warmth like a live recording from a raucous roadside saloon. Screaming electric guitar solos tear through the mix alongside a walking bass line, and the background sparkles with banjo twangs, harmonica howls, washboard rattles, and punchy horn stabs. The overall vibe is raw, rowdy, and ready to turn any hump day into a celebration.
I feel like this is going to be a
Ooh,
mashup.
and that's 200 characters?
No.
I don't know.
It's supposed to be less than 200 characters for it to work in Suno.
Not when you subscribe to Pro, baby.
I feel like this is going to be a mashup of Timber by Kesha mixed with John Mike. What the hell's his name? John McDonald. His
Oh,
bongo
yeah.
song or
Yes.
something.
Michael
I'm
McDonald?
imagining a hybrid of Timber
All right.
and
And now I'm going to ask.
She only came for the bongos.
Parrot
can
heads, we're gonna get
you
slizzard.
Give me a prompt now for the lyrics.
Uh-oh.
Let's see what it gives me. All right, here's a Suno style prompt. Write lyrics for an up-tempo modern rock blues song with I think it's just giving me basically all the stuff here. Where is it? The song celebrates jams and cocktails, a wild midweek tradition that's all about educating and inebriating, mixing music, drinks, and laughs to help people get through the work week. Include themes like drinking on a Wednesday, midweek motivation, and segments like the Geordie Files and Beer 30. The tone should be playful, bold, and gritty with raspy female vocals delivering punchy lines and catchy hooks. The structure the song with verses, choruses, and a bridge, and capture the spirit of friends letting loose midweek to the sound of bluesy guitar solos and horn-filled shuffle groove.
This is our new theme song, you guys.
All right. So here we go. I'm going to pop over to our Suno thingamajig and make sure I unmute our stuff here. All right. Now you guys should probably be able to see this on your screens at home. And you guys could probably see it up on the screen right now, right? So we're going to put this stuff in. Let's see here. We can go custom. Oh, I'm clicking on the wrong screen, you guys. I've been doing this too long. All right. So we're going to describe our lyrics here with what we have put together, what we just discussed. Here we go. Oh, that only gives us 200 characters. That's a bummer. All right, so let me ask it to condense it. Condense this to 200 characters. Let's see if we can do it. Okay, she tried.
That's what we got.
That's what we got. All right, guys. So that's what's going in.
Trust the process.
All right. Now we're going to put in our styles here. And the song blends up tempo. This is insane, guys.
This is going to be the worst song ever.
All right, hump day into a celebration. That's what it ends with here. We're gonna do female vocals.
It's gonna be a Humpty Dance song.
Yeah, we're gonna lean pretty. We're gonna We're gonna level up here. We're gonna.
Did you just say Humpty Dance song?
The Humpty Dance?
Hey,
There's a Humpty Dance.
And what do you guys want to call this song?
The Destruction Crew.
The Destruction Crew. All right. So what's really cool about Suno is it gives you two versions. So one might be better than the other. All right. Are we ready? Let's
let it ride.
Let's let it rip. And we're creating. Usually takes just a few seconds. It's insane. This might take a little more because there's a lot going on here, guys.
So there's a talk about how when you do a Google search versus a ChatGPT search, ChatGPT search is like 10 times more power used for that search versus a Google search.
Yeah. The power draw in the form of electricity kilowatt hours.
Right. So make sure you sign up and get your solar installed on your roof by Reach Solar.
That's right.
Yep.
Well, that was a big reach.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
that's
you
a good ad. Yeah, I
and
fit
you
that
can,
right in.
You can get that from me, by the way.
All right, guys. Oh, yeah.
Brad's going to ask
That's
you to
the
pay,
thing.
pay for
Shameless
that ad.
plugs.
Yeah.
All right. AI Derek, are you ready? Do you want to hear this? And he's shaking his head yes.
He's muttering to himself about how great this process is.
Oh, my God.
Jay Bird wants the link when we're done. I think he thinks it's going to be a hit.
It's going to.
We have one fan already.
It's
Gonna
going
be
to exist.
Something.
All right, you guys. This is the first version. Are you guys ready?
No.
Here we go. Let's keep our thoughts to ourselves until the song's over.
Probably should mute us.
Oh God.
Yeah, that would be a prudent measure.
Okay, I do have a second mic running, so we can still hear it, but we'll let it play, and then we'll see you guys on the other side. You'll be able to see our expressions though. Here we go.
We're talking beer 30 on a Wednesday night. Get your ass to the mic, raise a glass to the mic when the working week's dirty. It's all right. Bring it on, bring your songs. Gonna
He's got goosebumps. I know you got a boner back there. And we're booking this band for the festival. Okay?
I hear the new theme song happening.
Yeah.
Yep, everyone said that.
We're gonna get you going right with jams and cocktails.
Oh, and Kevin's covering it all the time. Yep.
So, okay. So what I have noticed with Suno is the first track typically takes, the first version takes tons and tons of liberties on what it creates. The second track usually follows a little bit more closely to what you have asked for, which means generally the second one is kind of trash because we're all stupid. However, I think I can't wait to hear it because maybe we'll hear the bongos and the harmonica and the washboard in this one.
Maybe.
Yeah, I was like,
but I like the irony about how you got to keep it going on. You got to keep it going on, and then it's like it just went way too
stop.
Went too
Really
far with
did.
that.
Yeah, she was like, "We are gonna keep it going on until your head explodes." All right, here's that second tune. Let's see what it did this time.
We're talking beer 30 on a Wednesday night. Get your ass to the mic. Raise a glass to the mic. When the working week's dirty, it's alright, it's alright. Come on. Come on. Get it on. Get it on. Gonna get you going right with jams and cocktails. Bring it on. Bring it on. Bring your songs. Bring your songs. Gonna get you feeling right with jams and cocktails. Get it on. Get it on. Bring it on. Bring it on. Gonna get you going right with jams and cocktails. Bring the band and the beers. We need to know what we missed. Catch up with the kids in the Jody files. When the hump day is here, it's alright, it's alright. Come on. Come on. Get it on. Get it on. Gonna get you going
All right, so it's basically the same song, but I think the first one was better.
Yeah, the first one was.
Yeah, the first one was better, but this one simultaneously sounds more real and more synthetic.
Yeah.
Isn't that wild?
It's a more of a real arrangement, but with more synthetic sounds.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do.
The difference between production and live.
I'm gonna take yeah. I vibe with that. I'm going to in the tools here. I'll shut us down so you can see what I'm doing over there. In the tools here, I'm gonna crank up.
Well, can you keep that
Weirdness.
the first one? Can you like preserve that?
Oh yeah, it's preserved.
Okay.
But I'm going to crank up to 100% the style influence that we wrote and see if it really gives us the washboard. Right? So I'm going to crank it up. So
It was in there. It was the second version had it.
Did it?
You could hear it in the background.
That's crazy. I mean, my headphones are so loud I can't hear anything. But okay, which is ironic. That seems like an oxymoron.
Yeah. What?
And now there is a dial for weirdness.
There is a dial for weirdness.
Yes. So it says turn it up for unexpected results or turn it down for exactly what you ask for. So should we just go polar opposites?
We should go 75% weirdness.
Turn down for what?
So we want to turn up
more
the
weirdness. Yeah.
All right.
More weirdness.
Or weirdness.
Not full weird, but
we're going to go on 75% weirdness, 100% style influence. So this should include everything that we talked about.
You can't go full weirdness. If you get the reference to that, but I'm trying to not use the actual word. Tropic Thunder. Thank you very much.
Nice job. All right, here we go. Let's see what it pulls up here. We'll pull our little screen back up. This is fun. Jaybird said it wasn't bad, but he liked the first one better for some reason. I don't know. I feel like the first one's always the baby. You know, you're always just like, oh yeah, it's my baby.
This is like I said. This is going to be performed at the festival by Ellie and the Bad Bitches.
Ellie and the Bad Bitches. And Ellie's up there decked out with her sunglasses, and she just presses play on the laptop.
Yeah, like a DJ.
One of those moves. And you just do one of these.
Yeah. She'll have a bucket on her head with X's on the front.
Yeah. EDC.
All right, you guys.
Just a giant cat head.
The songs are done. Here we go. This is the second go with everything dialed up. Let's see what Suno's come up with for our JNC banger.
Oh, there's the bongos.
Sounds like a crazy open jam night.
Let's do this thing. Live from the legendary JNC Lounge. It's a jams and cocktails party. She's in the hostess with the mostest, Miss Jordan Taylor. And the Destruction Crew.
That's called info you didn't give it.
How did I know that?
It's jams and cocktails on the hump day. Laughing with the crew. Jams and cocktails for the Jordy Files, baby. It's beer 30. Jams and cocktails.
Dialing up the weird, baby.
Jams and cocktails. Jams and cocktails. Jams and cocktails.
Theme music ready right here.
God damn.
He's holding that note, man.
It's like flying.
Do you know what time it is? It's jams and cocktails. Do you know what time it is?
Intro music from now on.
Jams and cocktails.
That's complex rhythmically. Pretty good computer.
Jams and cocktails.
Why I don't like it.
Jams and cocktails.
Whew.
Whoa.
And then the end.
So
That
far,
was
so far
wild.
everyone
Now,
is
if-
Jaybird's favorite.
If that was a
So-
human being, she would have just coughed up her larynx
She would
on the ground.
explode.
Flap.
I have to bring it down for a second. This is some serious shit.
He just fell in love with a girl
No, no,
singer
no,
that
no,
was
no, no,
generated
no.
by a
No, no.
computer.
He
It's
just
way
nut-
worse than that.
He just nutted.
It's way worse than that.
It's way
Here,
worse.
here, here,
Do you
here.
need a napkin?
Let me say this.
You need a break?
I know. I just need quiet for a second because I need to say this.
Oh boy.
I just
Piece of ham.
read back what we fed the machine, and it says absolutely nothing about the JNC Lounge
That's
in it.
correct. The legendary JNC Lounge.
And it
Or
says,
Jordan Taylor.
And it says absolutely nothing about Jordan Taylor.
That's
which
why it's
means
scary. I
So,
don't
so
like it.
wait, let me finish. What that says to me is that it is pulling information about jams and cocktails from the internet to create lyrical content, which is fucking crazy.
Scary.
So,
It's like Westworld.
so I put in the information that I wanted it to have, and it went out and found more about our show to write those lyrics. That's so. I
These
just wanted to
sneaky little computer
needed
bitches
that
are
to
getting
be
shit from behind our
I
back.
needed that point to be made poignantly
Yeah.
because that's wild. Are we ready for the second track?
Yeah.
I don't
Okay.
know.
Not sure, actually.
Yeah. We should stop.
That was
This
the
one
process.
is surprisingly a minute longer.
Oh,
Oh
good.
my.
Let's
Hopefully it's because of a guitar solo.
you cut the weirdness up. Let's try it. Here we go.
Oh, more traditional.
Let's do this thing.
Sounds like a beer commercial so far.
Live from the legendary JNC Lounge. It's the Jams and Cocktails podcast. Featuring the hostess with the mostess.
The hostess.
Miss Jordan Taylor.
Oh, Jordan's
and the Destruction Crew. It's Jams and Cocktails on a hump day. Laughing with the crew. Jams and Cocktails for the Jordy Files. Baby,
Yeah, it's the same thing.
it's beer 30. Jams and Cocktails. Jams and Cocktails. Jams and Cocktails. Jams and
No bongos though.
No bongos.
That's
That was it?
crazy. I mean, there's more, but
Oh.
I feel like we're just gonna get a lot of the same. First one was more insane.
From what I've been able to research, the first iteration is the good one, and the next one is not as good.
The second one, now Ellie and I sat here and we messed with a couple, and I gave up on the second ones, but then I gave one a chance for one of the songs we were doing, and like we both sat here with our jaws on the table.
Yeah, that one was
It like
good.
had some crazy drum breakdown, and it was insane.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna do one more, and then we gotta move on. But I'm gonna take the weirdness all the way down to nothing, and just 100% style influence. So this should deliver something that is very specific to what we asked. So it's
Hopefully, this poor little girl is not going to scream her face right off.
it's
like the last
probably
one.
it's probably gonna be worse. Let's do this one more time. Yeah. So, you guys, that was crazy. The first batch was pretty good. I'm dumbfounded that it went outside of
Yeah.
the program to go find information
So
about
that's
the
that's
legendary JNC Lounge.
But that's the thing is that these programmers don't even know what's in the code anymore. It's like it's doing
they
stuff.
might.
that-
They might. All right, guys, are you guys ready?
It's cool that you're right enough to where like some computer can randomly find stuff
That's pretty dope.
about
glad-
you
Not gonna lie.
in seconds.
I'm glad AI gives me the credit I deserve because I'm the host of the show.
You're the hostess with the
So-
hostess.
With the mostest.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. Here's the first track from that. Without zero weirdness. That's the washboard.
Hey, Jordy,
Hey, Jordy.
what time is it?
She's talking right.
Who makes that sound?
What did she even just say? 6? What?
Orgasm.
It's beer 30.
Did she just say bitch?
We lost her.
Chambers said JNC isn't the same without the weirdness.
go to a different riff. Like record to
So,
it.
I know I said one more, but this is the last one, I promise. I'm going to do something super basic. So I'm going to reset the options here to just go 50-50 on the weirdness and style. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go to simple, where you don't get any of the options, and I'm simply going to write, give us a theme song, give us a rockin' theme song for Jams and Cocktails. No other input.
Ooh, okay.
Okay.
That's a good experiment.
All right. So let's try that.
So all these songs stay generated and they
they
show up as files in your
I got
your
them in the
file.
library.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Does it use the same, like ChatGPT, does it do the same taking what you've done before?
You can. It's called remix in Suno, so you can remix a
But
song.
you're going to do a whole new prompt.
But I'm going to do a whole new prompt that just
Give it
says
very little and see
Yep.
where it can draw
So there's
from.
a simple option. I'm just going to say, give us a rockin' theme song, a rockin' theme song for Jams and Cocktails podcast. Well, maybe not even podcast. Let's just see where it pulls from.
So again, as you type that up, right? So again, I think that the key thought that there's been a lot of discussion about open AI and using was it the Chinese version of I forget what it's called now, their version of the open AI that a few months ago had a lot of concerns about how it was going to be better, and China was further ahead of where the US is in AI. And this is why they say the AI race is now the new thing, right? Whoever controls AI is right. So the big kick about it is that they've been training these models on open internet sources that we talked about tonight about music, things that are out there. So whether you've got over thousands of hours of videos out there over the years now, it's all part of it pulling and using somebody else's content to generate this stuff.
Right. Well, that's exactly what's happening now.
Right.
It's pulling from the internet subject matter, and maybe not. It's not like it's just information, which is open to anybody that's got Google.
Yeah.
But how you use it is a whole other bag.
I just want to add this in. I had an experience with a Zoom call where I was like,
geez.
there's someone in this Zoom call that I don't recognize. Let me see.
Yes, this is a good one.
Who is Al Nutcracker? And they're like, what? And I'm like, it says it on my screen, Al Nutcracker. And they're like, do you mean the AI note taker?
Wear your glasses, Kevin. All right. Are you guys ready for this? So that's
awesome.
All it simply says is Jams and Cocktails, electric theme rock. That's what it gives me. Are you guys ready?
Do you have an option to do like female singer?
Nope.
Oh,
It's
okay.
simple mode.
It just says describe your song, and all I said was a rockin' theme song for Jams and Cocktails.
Can I ask this, after you do this, can we do one in the version of Time Warp from
Rocky Horror.
For Rocky Horror?
No.
Ooh, that would be good.
Let's do the cocktails again. Let's drink them. See, we can still next week we should do
this
human
is musical
Suno.
ad libs.
Yeah.
Ad libs.
All right, here we go. Here's
go.
those two. Here's that
All right.
tune. Oh boy.
I see a game show coming. Yeah. Aquanet.
If you don't like jams and cocktails, well then you just ain't right. And if you ain't at the party, then you ain't coming tonight. We don't care what you say, you ain't coming anyway. 'Cause this is the Jams and Cocktail Show. Jams and Cocktail Show. This is the Jams and Cocktail Show. Jams and Cocktail Show.
It knows it's a show.
All of my people are coming to the show. They're bringing their jams and cocktails to go. They don't care what you say, you ain't coming anyway.
It's a little angsty. We don't care what you say. You ain't coming anyway. All right, let's hear the second version. Maybe it's the same. Maybe it's different.
I hope it's different. That was weird.
All right. I kind of like where it's going. So I'm going to do as 80s pop synth. Yeah. Okay, here we go.
That song was so 80s, like we affected the ozone layer.
Just put in there less hairspray.
Okay, this one says theme bright synth pop. Bright synths pop music. Here we go.
Oh, shit. Oh, God, damn.
Suddenly Don Johnson is here.
This looks just like the Jordy Five shirt.
Yeah, he's gonna go bust out his members on the track.
There ain't no party like a JNC party, 'cause a JNC
Sounds like an
party
80s
don't stop.
movie track. You get
There
ready for
ain't
the.
no party like a JNC party, 'cause a JNC party don't stop. Jams and cocktails,
Oh my god, this is amazing.
jams and cocktails, jams and cocktails, jams and
The original
cocktails.
back in the 80s.
Now we know.
Bananarama.
Now we know how they got all the music for the most recent Trolleys movie.
There ain't no party like a JNC party, 'cause a JNC party don't stop. There ain't no party like a JNC party, 'cause a JNC party don't stop. Jams and cocktails,
There's only four.
jams and cocktails,
It's easy to remember.
jams
Jaybird said Tiffany.
cocktails,
Yes.
Well, pop music implies that you shouldn't have more than 3 sentences in the song.
Maybe there's a bridge.
It's a musical interlude. Does it break down?
But we're going to talk about me.
jams and
You have 5 songs, okay? Calm down.
jams and cocktails,
It's a whole name.
jams and cocktails, jams and cocktails.
This is awesome.
Jams and cocktails, jams and cocktails, jams and cocktails.
I'm going to hear this in my sleep for the next 8 days. I think I want this my alarm in the morning when I wake up.
Jams and cocktails, jams and cocktails.
This would be the Bratz movie.
I feel like there should be dancing
cocktails,
unicorns and My Little Pony
jams and
and rainbows going
Music
across the
videos for
sky.
this song. Definitely an acid trip for sure. Or that like vegetable weird video. Yes. The sensory videos of the dancing
There's a
veggies.
second one.
Oh my!
Oh, God.
no.
That was amazing. I love that.
Okay, there's like some Steve Winwood going on here.
Yeah.
There ain't no party like a JNC party,
Definite
'cause a
change in the mix. The
JNC party
vocals are
don't
not as
stop.
loud.
There ain't no party like a JNC party, 'cause a JNC party don't stop. Jams and cocktails,
What if in there you put like
cocktails.
a modern day theme song
No, switch it up to
from the late 2000s?
a gangster rap feel.
Two-part version.
So let's do 90s hip hop.
Oh, my God.
Oh, you
Yes.
put 80s in there. That's why. Okay.
Are you down with jams and cocktails? Yeah, you know me.
We're down with JNC.
You don't know? You don't know me.
JNC.
I'm having fun.
Knows
Sorry
how to party.
Sorry we're going over a little bit tonight, guys, but this is awesome.
We don't need AI. Got this.
Jaybird said we're in after-hour territory now.
We are. Yeah, Alicia said it's Cyndi Lauper. It did sound like a lot
Yeah.
of. Okay, so let's see what this is.
Let's see who's right here.
It's new
It's
for the-
definitely pulling from one of those we just
The
sang.
Goonies 2 soundtrack.
Oh, the Goonies.
Jams
Sounds like New Kids on the Block. It does.
Like Velvet Sundown. All right, I think I see a problem here. I'm going to take rockin' out. I'm just going to say a theme in the style.
Yeah, yeah.
So it keeps wanting to like put a driving guitar in there. All right.
What's wrong with that?
No good.
No good. No guitars. We're going straight back to the 80s.
Straight up, just Euro pop, Euro synth pop,
From the 90s.
90s Euro synth pop. Is there such a thing?
It's Run JNC.
As if Gary Newman. No, you could put it in as if Gary Newman had written it.
That's a good T-shirt idea. I'm gonna text that to you.
TLC.
Run Jim.
House party.
This is sick. We should make a whole album of JNC Cocktails theme songs.
The same word. different style.
It really wants us to be a girl too. No guy voices. Ever.
Well, we
All right, here's the
specifically.
second one.
We took it out.
Oh, that's right.
Pour it up and just chill. We're jamming all night.
Oh, this is
Feeling
so
right.
90s.
The vibes are out of sight. One time for the jams.
What's that dance thing that we play in the arcade?
The DVR.
Cocktails.
I like the way that she says jams and cocktails in this one.
Pour it up and just chill. We're jamming all night. Feeling right. The vibes are out of sight. One time for the jams and cocktails. Jams and cocktails.
I'm sold on that. All right, so
There's so much to choose from now.
since the audience has chimed in, let's see. Alicia wants to hear pop punk or grunge rock. So we would want to do like pop punk, like Green Day.
Yeah.
Let's try that.
Welcome to Jams and Cocktails. Dun, 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 dun.
As a pop punk song. Oh, song. All right. Well, let's generate. I'm going to use all my credits tonight.
Oh, burn it down.
So what does it cost, like per song or what?
Yeah. So
I thought it was like $10 a month. You can do whatever you want.
it is, but you get credits, right? So you get 2,500 credits, and
That's using the machine,
And
the AI
each-
machine to process.
each song takes 10 credits, but you get 2 songs out of it, 2 versions, right? And then there's all kinds of like different weird things you can do. You can get stem files, so you can separate the drums and blah 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 and all that stuff. Yeah, and that all costs credits too. But I burned through a bunch of them just like learning, and I still have 1,800 credits left, so it's insane. It's pretty good. All right, here we go. Pop punk for Alicia.
Monday morning, trying to wake up, all I can think about is jams and cocktails.
Brad's life.
Man, I can't wait for Wednesday. Gonna drink some beer and whiskey. Everybody raise your glass, throw 'em up now.
very short. It's only a minute long. Theme song. Jaybird said, sorry, I thought we were playing Name That too.
Monday morning trying to wake up. All I can think about is jams and cocktails. Man, I can't wait for Wednesday. Gonna drink some beer and whiskey. Everybody raise your glass. Throw 'em up now, one last round. This is jams and cocktails.
Yeah, I agree. This sounds like the theme song for a Disney Channel show.
Yes, that's what Alicia said.
Yeah. I'm agreeing.
Miley Cyrus show.
Jams and
All right, so let's do one more. Kevin, what style should we do this in?
Oh, the same song, but in
No. It'll change the song completely. It's just the same
with
theme.
the same theme, but
Theme song for Jams and Cocktails. In what style?
In the style of the Scissor Sisters.
I have no idea who those people
They are huge in England.
A theme song for Jams and Cocktails in the style of the
Scissor Sisters.
I just like that term.
Scissor Sisters.
If you don't know, you don't know.
Let's see.
Yeah, you need to Google that. Go Google that.
Oh, it said couldn't generate that. Can't use the name. Can't use an artist name.
I don't know the style that they're in. So if we're going to use a style, what is the style of? Can we use the old
I want to
fashioned
hear
regular
like
Google?
a trop rock.
A trop rock?
That would
Trop rock?
Yeah. Yacht rock.
Yacht rock.
A yacht rock
Yeah.
version.
Oh, you can't use names. You just said it in the style of Brad
In the
Rock.
style of yacht rock. This will be gross.
It's
just
boat.
This is going to be so
All right.
pretentious.
Let's see what it spits out here.
Yacht pub.
They pull up it's Brad's AI voice.
Oh my god. It did give me the same picture for some of my songs.
That's funny.
All right, here we go. For Kevin, Yacht Rock.
Tiki bar, coconut palm, rockstar, drifting along.
Just change style.
What a life. Jams and cocktails, jams and cocktails, jams and cocktails.
Stuff
Living
comes in, it's like interlude parts of the movie. And they're going to the next.
Yeah, this is the part where they're all happy together at the end.
Yeah, they're like swinging around on a beach or something.
The whole crew, after years of strife, have actually reconciled and they're hanging out on the beach.
Here's the second one.
Tiki bar, coconut palm, rock star, drifting along.
No, I don't like that. I'm going to change it to a dude
can you,
singing.
Can you do a search in there for something like if
Oh yeah,
Jaybird?
yeah. I saw his
okay.
comment.
He
If
said-
Jaybird has an
he said-
account, I could find his
He
songs.
said type in the search bar "Rockin' Robin,"
Rockin' Robin for Jaybird.
and he said it's hilarious. You have to listen, or it's fun. You have to listen.
All right, I'm
to
going to
it.
do this with a male vocalist.
You know, I just want to point out this might be the most sober Jams and Cocktails episode because there's only been one break.
Yeah, only one break. All right, this is the last one I'm going to do for this, and then we're going to go listen to Jaybird's song, and then we're going to have Derek do the shameless plugs, and we're going to be done.
And that's it.
All right, here it comes. Here we go. You know, guys, I think it's still using our style because there's a banjo in there, and it's still a chick. All right.
Yeah.
I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all.
What a waste of a credit, Brad.
Yeah, I know. How do I clear this? I want to cleanse the palette, if you will.
Did you log out and log back in?
And cleanse the palette here.
Is there a cleanse the palette prompt?
Yes, I just did it.
Alt F4.
All right.
The refresh.
So here we go. A theme song for jams and cocktails. That's all I'm going to write. And let's send it. I think it cleaned the palette. And then Jaybird, I got you. Rockin' Robin with the apostrophe. It says fun pop theme. Here we go.
It knows you.
Jams and cocktails, that's what we do. Sing a few tunes and drink a few brews. Jams and cocktails, that sounds real nice. You bring the whiskey and I'll bring the ice. And it's so much fun all night long to the rising sun and the break of dawn when the evening comes and the work is done.
This is like the adult version of Living.
It's so much fun
Everything's
all
awesome.
night long to the rising sun and the break of dawn when the evening comes and the work is done.
Psychotic.
Wow.
All right, I give up. All right, let's find Jaybird's song here in the library. Oh, let's find it. All right, Jay, we're going to find Rockin' Robin. Jay, put your handle in because there's 1,000 of them. Unless it's you, unless you're the artist, Rockin' Robin, with the apostrophe. Oh God, there's so many.
He sent me something here. Hold on.
Just type in Rockin' Robin, which I did, and I can't.
There's thousands of results.
Oh, there's lots. Complex chill wave. All right, that might make it easier. Okay, now we're cooking here. There's a bunch of those. Here he said all the channels in her channel are made on AI, and she saved time and money. And now they are used in her own movies. She says she loves AI. We love it too. We're just trying to get to the nitty gritty of it. Thanks for tuning in. 0205, Jaybird. There you are. Found you.
Got it.
One follower, not anymore.
I have two.
All right, now what song, Jaybird? What song is it that we're trying to do here? What song did he send you, Jordan? What's the name of it?
It was a Golden Girls one, but I don't see it there. I'm interested in Sweet Home Alabama, honestly. Noise.
Noise. Rockin' Robin. Here it is.
Here it is.
All right, here we go, Jaybird. Just for you.
Jaybird Steve.
expecting on this copyright. It's pretty good. I mean, if you're going to cover it, you got to cover it like that. All right, you guys. Well, thank you so much for partaking in that. We definitely took a little bit of extra time there. So we're going to pop over. We're going to do our shameless plugs. Derek's been awful quiet over there. Derek, do you have any shameless plugs for us tonight?
You know, I do have some shameless plugs, Brad. Firstly, I'd like to shout out our sponsors and partners at Leak Busters Roofing, The Bug Juice, and Cold Rum. Also, check out our partner podcasts, Drums and Rums and Riffs N Rhythms, both of which are featured with us on the B3 Podcast Network wherever you listen to podcasts. The Al Beltran Podcast, 561 Music, Naya's My Rum Diaries, and Ghost on the Aux. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and like, share, and follow us on social media. Once again, shout out to Commercial Realtor Jen Spearman for being our July keg sponsor. If you've got a business or a project you want to promote, or you just like to make sure we have enough to drink, reach out to us. Email, DMs, all good. It's a $100 sponsorship, and there's a bunch of ways to get that sorted, so let us know. If you just love what we do, consider supporting us through our Patreon page. It's $5 a month, and you get access to behind-the-scenes footage and other fun stuff. The link for more info is in the description of this video and, of course, on our website at jncpodcast.com. Speaking of our website, we've got new merch up there, and we're going to try and add new fun designs each week, like the Geordie Files shirt. Check it out. Go see the best one-man band show around tomorrow night at the Square Grouper in Fort Pierce. Yes, I'm talking about my best friend, Brad Brock. And go support all of the Treasure Coast's local musicians like Kevin McLoughlin and Mike Furrow. That's Derek's shameless plugs. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Derek. That was beautiful, man.
Wow.
That was just lovely. Yeah, I'll give you a round of applause.
Good work, Derek.
Oh, dude, I got everything jacked up here. I had everything switched up.
What's he blowing kisses for, man? His lips are still moving.
You got dry lips. All right. Anybody else have any shameless plugs to throw down quickly? Let's
I do have some shameless plugs. I am in the midst of a series of music video premieres on YouTube. And the next one is, you just got to take a look at my website or my Facebook or whatever it is you want to look at. Usually Mondays, but we're going to be doing August. We're going to do a Wednesday night premiere.
Yes. We'll time it perfectly.
Yep. So, yeah, music video premieres. You can see what we have done already on my YouTube channel, and you can see what's coming up on my YouTube channel.
Brilliant. What about you, Paul?
So make sure to check out the Riffs N Rhythms podcast here. A lot of great guests. We're closing in on the 100th episode. So we do need some ideas on how we're going to...
Yeah, we need to do something yesterday about that because we're only 4 episodes away from 100.
It's coming up. So we got to figure out something. So yeah, we'll do something special with that. Also, make sure to check out the August Blues Jam coming up.
Yes, featuring Ralph E. and the Jammers.
Yep, August 19th at Public House in Fort Pierce. So come check that out here.
Nice. Perfect. What about you, Ellie? Any shameless plugs tonight?
No, Derek covered all of it.
He covered me all right. What about you, Jordan? Anything?
No, I think that's it.
What about you, Sweet Tracy? Anything over there? All good? All right, you guys. Well, that does it for our shameless plugs then, I guess.
That was easy for you, huh, Brad?
Yeah, we should have AI Derek always do my shameless plugs. Nobody's paying attention there. Look, they're paying attention to his dreamy eyes.
Yeah, maybe his voice should be a little more Derek-like.
I don't think so.
That sounded exactly like Derek. What do you mean?
Yeah, we listen to him each and every week.
I don't know what planet I'm on anymore.
You know exactly what Derek's supposed to sound like. Hope you guys enjoyed the show tonight. Maybe you learned a little bit. Maybe you didn't. I don't know.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining in and creating with us and going through that whole thing. We'll see what comes of all that. Give it up for our panelists, the Kevin McLoughlin, Sweet Tracy over there, Paul Robertson, the Destruction Crew. We got Jordan, Ellie.
You know, I do have some
no more shameless plugs, Derek, but thank you. Thank you for being here, Derek.
Yeah, Derek. AI Derek. And ladies and gentlemen, the master of disaster himself, the genius behind the Jams and Cocktails world, Mr. Brad Brock.
The hostess with the mostest.
No, thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. You guys join us again next week for another new adventure on Jams and Cocktails. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other. Broadcasting live from the legendary JNC Lounge. I'm Brad Brock. We love you. Good night.